So guys, the crypto markets have been pumping quite significantly and a few sectors have been outperforming all the other sectors, guys. And two of those sectors are the meme sector and the AI sector. In today's video, I want to give you guys my top 10 picks for the meme coins that you should be looking into. The top 3 to 4 are going to be a little bit more conservative, already more established meme coins. And then we're going to get into a little bit more riskier meme coins. And I know I'm not going to mention every single meme coin that you want on this list. So I want you guys to drop down all your perspectives around specific meme coins that you are aware of and what you think is going to be outperforming. But if you're new to my channel, go and check out the rest of my content. I keep you guys updated on the day-to-day events, price action around Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, how liquidity is shifting, and exactly what you need to be aware of so that you can position yourself correctly. Right now, though, I want to pretty much focus on the top altcoins, guys, in the meme sector that have been running quite significantly. And right now, guys, based off of the price action, altcoin season could be happening in the next few weeks, next few months. So it's super important to start getting some good positions. And today I want to give you guys the meme coins that you should be looking into. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the computer and see what you should be buying. So guys, like how I said, the crypto markets have been running up quite significantly and everyone's talking about the price action around Bitcoin and Ethereum and how altcoin season is on the horizon. And there's a few sectors, guys, where you can make some crazy gains if you look at the right assets. And in today's video, I want to give you guys a little bit more, not risky assets that have already been here for multiple cycles that you can still see some decent gains on, and then a little bit more riskier meme coins where you could potentially see much more explosive gains, but they're of course more riskier. But you can see, guys, on the 24-hour meme coins are running up quite significantly, but not all meme coins are created equal. That's why some of these coins are up 11%, 10%, 30%, and others are up only 2%, 6%, 3%. And this is super important to keep in mind, which is why I'm going to give you guys a perspective around the not so risky assets and then the more risky assets. And we're not going to get to every single coin that is on this meme coin list that you can see right here, guys. I just pulled the top 10 that I think, based off of community, good marketing, and exactly how they've been performing throughout 2023, 2024, and moving into 2025. So with all that being said, let's jump into the first coin. And most of y'all are already aware of the first few coins I'm going to be talking about. Pepe, guys, of course, is going to be on that list. This is an OG that has been here for multiple cycles, and on top of that, guys, it's pretty much one of the strongest meme coins when it comes to a meme coin that everyone thinks about. Pepe, Doge, and Shiba were the leaders, guys, when it comes to these meme coins, and looking at the price action around these really lets you know what's possible for meme coins in general. But these coins have already established themselves. They have strong communities, good marketing, and they're starting to branch off into other different things, becoming much more than just a meme coin. So this is where I tell people, if you're wanting to jump into meme coins but you're not wanting to make crazy risky plays, this is where you could jump into Pepe and potentially make some decent gains. This is another coin, Dogecoin, where we also saw some crazy price action based off of specific events with also specific figures that have an effect on price action. And like how I said, it's all revolved around the community and exactly how they feel about the asset and how they push it to everybody else. Dogecoin has pretty much not only Elon Musk, but the Doge administration that was put into play with the Trump administration moving into 2025. So this is another great coin where you could potentially see some really crazy gains, but it's been here for multiple cycles. So at the end of the day, you aren't going to be seeing that crazy price action that other assets that, like smaller meme coins that haven't really been here, lower market cap. So these are the top 2 conservative plays, guys. You could potentially see anywhere from a 5 to 10, maybe potentially 15 to 20x. I'm being more conservative than a lot of these people on YouTube that are going to tell you they're going to do 15, 30, 50x's. That's whenever you start to get into more risky assets. But overall, Pepe and Doge would be the first 2 coins, guys, that I would recommend in terms of conservativeness. Now, we also seen other coins like Shiba Inu and a few others, but I don't want to mention them on this list just because Pepe and Doge were the 2 OGs that have been seeing crazy price action and also strong communities, and actually are a little bit more relevant moving into 2025. Now, getting into a little bit more risky assets, but also assets that have already been here for a little bit over a year. Jumping into Bonk. This is another great chart, another great project that a lot of people have been talking about. In terms of communities, guys, this is where you want to go look on X and see exactly the amount of posts that they're pushing out. On top of that, how the community is pushing out more of that content and how everybody feels about the project as well. At the end of the day, some of these projects moonlight as other different things. So this is why, you got to take into play all of the different perspectives around these projects. But Bonk is another great asset that has been seeing strong price action, and I think it still hasn't seen its time in the sun. And moving into 2025, we could be seeing this asset chewed up quite significantly. This is a coin on the Solana chain, so this is where you got to keep up with these specific assets. Bonk is on the Solana chain. Everyone is aware that's pretty much Doge and Pepe, guys, are going to be on the Ethereum chain. So moving into a few other assets, Dog with Hat. This is another Solana coin, guys, that saw a crazy correction moving into 2025, but has been seeing a lot of strong price action when we've been seeing this return. And this is a asset that has been seeing a lot of holders ramp up quite significantly. This has been compared to a few other assets like Popcat and a few other ones that are up and coming, but this is where this is another asset that has been here for a little bit longer than a few of the other assets we're going to get into. Has a very strong community, posting great updates, and has overall the narrative when it comes to memes. So I think this is another great project to move forward with. I would think that in terms of crazy price action, this is another asset that could be seeing some crazy rip ups, but like I said, it's a little bit more established, so not as crazy as a few of these other ones. Moving into the next one, guys, Farcoin. And these coins, guys, moving into the rest of them are not in any specific order. I'm just pulling the main coins that I've been seeing do crazier price action and also have stronger communities. All right, guys, so Farcoin is mixed with not only a mixture of meme coins, guys, but also a little bit of AI. People have been talking about Farcoin and the crazy price action that we've been seeing, especially even when everything was dipping. This coin was running like crazy, and it's still running moving into the remainder of Q2 and what we're currently seeing. I think Farcoin is going to be one of those coins that performs really crazy, and just the name of it in general really speaks meme to me. I think a lot of people, when they see this coin, they're gonna laugh and just purchase it. And a lot of these coins, guys, revolve and stem off of CEX listings. What are CEX listings? Getting on apps like Kraken and Coinbase and a few of these other big platforms, so that all the normies can go and just buy the assets that you're already invested in. So a lot of these coins, guys, are waiting for these CEX listings, but strong movers like Farcoin, I'm sure, are going to be seeing that, especially with it sitting in the top 77 rank. That is freaking crazy with how fresh this coin is, guys, starting back in October of 2024. So this is another risky asset, but I think this coin is going to be seeing some crazy returns if you're willing to make the bet. Next, guys, is going to be Pudgy Penguins. This is another crazy narrative that has been pushed out pretty much by the NFT community with Pudgy Penguins and a few other big coals in the space. This coin honestly has been seeing a little bit of stale price action, but it was one of the big movers moving into the price action that we've been seeing with Bitcoin and Ethereum. And also the community around this coin is pushing it super freaking hard. And with big holes, guys, talking about meme coins and pushing specific narratives because they hold other assets related to this coin, or they're even seed investors in this coin, this just points to the fact that this coin is going to be seeing some crazy price action once everybody starts to catch up and see exactly which coins they want to look into. This coin is also a very, very fresh coin starting in December of 2024, and it's already sitting in rank 108 of the coin list. So this is really, really crazy, guys. Another asset that is kind of really stale right now, but based off of the narrative that it has behind it, it could be pushing very, very strong. Moving into the next one, SPX 6900. If you know anything about meme coins, guys, you know about the guy Murad. Murad is all around meme coins, but the main asset that he pushes is SPX 6900. And this is where it comes down to having a cult-like mentality, guys. Murad talks about that and pretty much the importance behind it. And just to sum it up for you, why you need a cult-like mentality. You need people that completely believe in something and do not go the other way. That's what a cult does, guys. They all believe in one thing and they just go all into it. And if you can get that for a crypto asset, you just have all of these people throwing money into this thing, never pulling the money out until someone pulls the money out, like Murad or someone else that's smart. But this asset has that cult-like mentality behind it, as well as a few other ones that aren't on this list, like Giga Chad, and a few other ones. But when it goes down to it, guys, this is what you want to look for in a coin. This coin looks stupid dead until I really believe Murad started talking about it. So this isn't one on my list that I would be purchasing, but this is a strong mover all in 2024 and moving into 2025. So take a look at it, take a gander. This is another risky asset, but this is where you could potentially make a lot more money, because this is where market cap, guys, starts to fall much more significantly. All right, jumping into the next one, Brett, guys, I think has a lot of potential behind it, because it is a leading coin on the base chain. This is super important to understand. Why? Because each chain, guys, has a leader. We have for each chain, more than likely it's going to be Pepe, and then for the a Solana chain, we have a few other ones. There's a whole bunch of different chains with different projects, and a few people believe these ones are the main movers, these ones are the main movers, but this is where you got to have your own perspective around a few of these assets. Brett is leading to be that main mover on the base chain, and if he gets that listing from freaking Coinbase, that would be really, really crazy and could cause this coin to shoot through the roof. But right now it has seen some crazy recovery price action as opposed to a lot of other meme coins. And this is where you can tap into that Matt Fury type of narrative, guys, and it has a lot of strong movers behind it, strong marketing, and a strong community. So Brett was one of the coins I invested in earlier in the year, made some money, moved it into AI coins, and now the rest is history. But this is a great project that I'm sure is going to be seeing some crazy price action. Next, guys, is going to be Popcat. Like how I said, a lot of these coins on the Solana chain are big movers, and a lot of people have different perspective on who's going to be the leader moving into 2025. But Popcat is another great coin that has a strong narrative behind it. It is lagging behind in terms of ranking, but this is where you can make potentially more money because it has a lower market cap. So there's a few things you want to be looking at, especially with meme coins and coins in general, guys. The market cap, the fully diluted valuation, and the circulating supply. A lot of these things are super important, but Popcat is one of the strong movers on the Solana chain, and I think you would want to get yourself a bag of this if you believe in the Solana craze that is going on. Turbo, guys. Turbo is a coin that has been here longer than a lot of other coins, and why do I have it at the end of the list? I think this coin has a strong community. We should honestly go ahead and move it up here with Bonk and with, because it's been here for a long time. But I think this coin still hasn't potentially seen its time in the sun yet. So I think it's going to be running much more further. It has a mixture of not only meme, but the AI narrative behind it as well. You can go look into their story and exactly how this coin was started, but you can see it is lagging behind because there's a lot of other movers that are much more fresh, that a lot of people believe in much more than a coin like Turbo. But the community behind Turbo is super, super strong, and I think they're going to keep pushing. And the moment price action starts to return, this low figure is going to call out to a lot of people, and especially the narrative behind it as well, with people that want to get into meme coins and AI coins. It's a little bit of a mixture of both. All right, guys, and last up on the list is going to be Mudang. Mudang is one of the craziest movers out of all the meme coins that we're talking about today, seeing a 35% return today, and it's freaking crazy. This has the Asian narrative behind it, and this is where you got to really tap into all the specific narratives and what is causing them to run up quite significantly. But Mudang is another great coin, guys, that is on the lower market cap side, and this kind of points to the fact on why why it's seen such a crazy return. Low market cap, guys, points to the fact that whenever volume starts to rip into an asset like this, you're going to make some decent money because it has a lot of room to grow. So this is another asset that I think potentially you can make some decent gains on it. But at the end of the day, this is all speculation until it happens. So overall, guys, swiping everything to the side, that is my top 10, top 11 list of meme coins that you should be looking at. The top 3 or 4, Pepe, Doge, Bonk, Turbo, Dog with Hat, those coins are a little bit more established. Have already been here. Of course, Pepe, Doge, and Turbo much more than Bonk and Dog with Hat. But at the end of the day, having a little bit more conservative perspective for those people that don't really want to, go balls to the wall and throw everything into super risky assets. These assets have already been here for multiple cycles, at least one cycle. So they have already shown exactly their strength, the community building, and actually stemmed off into other different aspects within just the meme coin culture. And then from there, guys, we get into a little bit more risky assets that have just been made, like Farcoin and Pudgy and Brett and SPX and a few other coins, guys. And this is where potentially you can make some really crazy gains if you start to look into a few of these assets. There's a lot of coins that we didn't mention though today. One of the assets that I'm really invested in a meme coin is Chill Guy. Chill Guy saw some crazy price action in the last 2-3 weeks, sitting at around 2 cents, then ran up to like 8-9 cents right now. It's really crazy. So there's a lot of coins, guys, that I do not have on the list that I'm sure you guys are aware of. And there's also some AI agents that AI and memes that kind of mix as well within this narratives, these narratives in general. So it kind of gets a little complicated, but I know you guys have your own perspective. So this is where I ask to drop everything down in the comments. Let me know the meme coins that I missed out on, and let me know exactly out of the coins that I mentioned, which one do you think is going to be the strongest runner. But if you're new to my channel, check out the rest of my content. I keep you guys updated on the day-to-day events, price action around Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, how liquidity is shifting, and exactly what you need to be aware of to make those crazy gains. Guys, go look at these meme coins. Keep up to date with the information that I drop on this channel in terms of the price action around Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that good stuff. And I'm also going to be dropping a video about AI coins you should be looking into. So stay tuned. I also have a whole bunch of video suggestions I have to get to. Really busy stuff, but I'm gonna get to all of that this weekend, so make sure you guys tune in, and I'll catch you guys soon. So yeah, stay tuned, catch you tomorrow. Peace.